So there's a quote that says, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. There's another one that says, you become the 5 people with whom you hang around the most. I'm sharing this with you because an abundant surroundings, abundant environment really does correlate or equate to an abundant life. And environment is not just your home life. It's also who you hang around. It's your circle of friends. It's everything that encapsulates your environment. So, as I think about this, Amelia is 20 months now. She'll be 2 in May. And God willing, I'm pregnant, so she'll have another sister in May. So if you hear that I'm out of breath, that is why. I'm feeling it right now. So yeah, so we're gonna have another baby girl in May, God willing, Lord willing. And one of the things that I noticed about Amelia was that she didn't walk until after she was 1, maybe about 11 days after her first birthday. I suspect it's because her grandparents care for her during the day, right, and during the week. And they just want to cuddle her and hold her and wrap her up, and you know, they're living their lifestyle, but there's not really a lot of kids around there. And so, Amelia's just following her environment. And again, this is my speculation. I also noticed that when we have a play date, so Amelia has a friend, we have a neighbor that we have our Friday play dates with, and every time Amelia goes around her, I notice her growth, right? The young girl is just 2 months older than Amelia. But even when the girl had her first birthday, I noticed how Amelia was so much mature when we left that party. And I remember I was telling John, I was like, babe, Amelia seems so much mature when she's around these kids. It's so important for her to be in an environment that really supports and nurtures her growth. I also hear that, it's very normal. It's very common for the second child to walk faster, to talk faster, to do all these things faster than the first child because they have the first child to really model the way, right? They want to be around them. They want to hang out with the big kids, right? I'm sharing this with you, beautiful, because it's time for you to step into your next level of evolution. It's time for you to be able to make eye contact without freaking out. It's time for you to believe in love again. It's time for you to reveal your heart. It's time for you to feel cherished and adored. It's time for you to feel empowered, ready, equipped in your own capacity to attract and keep the man you want, the one that you actually like, right? And you have to feel ready for him and feel qualified within yourself well before he crosses your path. And this is something that requires a safe container to explore this part of you. Feminine Allure Academy, which is my signature 12-month development program, is gearing up again. We're going to start in a few weeks, several weeks actually, more than a few weeks next month. So if this is something that appeals to you, excuse my breathing, if this is something that appeals to you, if you have been curious, if you want to step into your next level evolution, if you want an environment in a safe container where you have accountability, strategy, support, and you want to be in a community with similarly situated women who are invested in themselves at a high level, that is the thing that's really going to propel you to the next level, right? What I notice, and oftentimes when I have conversations with potential clients, to see if you have the problems that I solve. What I'm hearing is, and a lot of women say this, Monique, I've never been able to have a conversation like this and really be heard and really be able to express and say these things out loud. It becomes a very sacred experience. What I hear is that, oh yeah, I have sisters and I have friends, but I'm not able to talk to them about these things, right? I have created what I myself want. I have 4 brothers. I don't have any sisters. I've always wanted a sister. So like I have a best friend forever and I don't have to worry about the mean girls. That's something that my niece said when she was 7 years old. And I was like, me too. But I'm saying this to say that there is a community that is out there for you. If you are a Christian woman, if you are a woman of faith, you don't have to be a woman of faith, but know that these are the women that I am, who I feel like I've been called or we've been assigned to each other, right? So even if you don't identify as that, we can still have a conversation if what I'm saying appeals to you, right? If you like what you hear and you cool with that, let's still have a conversation. But if you know that you're a woman of faith, you are ready to take action on this, maybe you've been single for some while, or, really the Feminine Allure Academy is really for women who attract men, but they don't commit. So if you don't really have a problem with attracting men, but they're not sticking around, it starts off really well and then it somehow fizzles out, that, you start to be really guarded because this is unfamiliar territory to you. right? It's if you want a new way of thinking, I should say that if you want to know a new way of thinking, and let me just say this too, that doesn't sound very sexy. I want to think a different way. That's not like get your man in 90 days. This is not that, right? I am not here for everybody. I'm here for a select group of savvy women who are ready to create transformation in themselves and therefore in the world, in their families, in their homes, how men would begin to respond to them. That's where the real deep transformation takes place, because the journey to love begins with you deep down inside. And you have to have the mindset to feel empowered and qualified before you can have these things. So if this appeals to you, if you're ready to take action, ready to take it to the next level, if you're ready to have a safe container and really have a different level of sisterhood, a committed community, right? Who, again, like I said, are really taking it to the next level. Your first step or your next step is to click on the training below in the description box, or it's right over here somewhere, and begin to watch the 5 shifts that are required of you to get to the next level. Okay, it's a free training, and from that place, if it feels good to you, then I would encourage you to book a call if you're a woman who are ready, if you're ready to take action. Okay, so click on the link below in the description box. My name is Monique Head. I work with women who have been through some really tough stuff, and you turn to God to help you out, and He did. But guess what? You're still a little rough around the edges, and you struggle with finding love because of it. I teach you how to use your feminine allure to meet quality men, to attract and communicate with your Mr. Right, so that ultimately you can have a lifelong, loving relationship. Click on the link below and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and God bless. Bye.